Regie here, and I want to welcome you to the Ready, Set, Go preview show. This is a show that we do on Sunday night to give us an opportunity to come together as a comic book community and get the week started off right. And as part of getting your week on the right foot, I'm going to give you a rundown of all the content that is going to be coming out from the channel, the pre-recorded videos, the live streams, and all the other good stuff that comes out from the channel every single week. Before I get to that and to the other things that we're going to talk about on this Sunday show, I want to give a huge shout out to my buddy Milt. Milt sent me a package in the mail. He sent it for my 4th anniversary on the YouTube machine. And I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but I think that the YouTube gods are finally starting to show me some favor. There's been a crazy acceleration of growth of the channel over the last like 28 days or so. I mean, we have impressions that are north of 1 million. We've added more than 800 new subscribers. The view count is bananas. I mean, I don't know what's going on, but I like it. I was talking to H Factor, a Patreon member, earlier today, and he was like, stay humble, stay in the groove, and things will continue to go in your favor. And I will take that advice to heart. But again, huge shout out to Milt, who hooked me up for my 4th anniversary on the YouTubes with this right here, a thick book featuring the art of Jim Lee. This is volume 1. It is a hardcover. This thing is fantastic. We have the trilogy right there on the front cover. You cannot go wrong with some of that action. I've been on fire the last little bit, posting a bunch of stuff up on Instagram because I've been remiss in posting to Instagram. So I'm going to have to post that after the show to kind of share some of the good stuff that has found its way to me. In addition to giving a shout out to Milt. Before we get going here, I wanted to give you guys a heads up about the Swoldier supply box. This is something that I rolled out last month. It seemed to have been well received, and so I'm trying to push it now to the next level. The Swoldier supply box, for those that don't know, is more than 2 pounds of comic book goodness that I am going to be sending out on a monthly basis. It is packed full of fantastic supplies that people can use in their comic book rooms and with their comic book collection. It features a wonderful array of products, including some bags and boards, which are hard to get right now, but clear bags and clear backing boards, things to hold up your comics on the wall, to display them on a shelf. All kinds of good stuff is in there. If you check out regiecollects.com, there is a rundown of what's going to be in this month's box. I will tell you that there are a couple of surprises that I have not yet revealed, so stay tuned to the channel for that. Technically, I should say the March box versus this month, because this month is still ongoing. But some really good stuff in the Swoldier supply box. So if you guys are interested, you can check that out on regiecollects.com. All right, let me say hello. Chris Bigger. It's like a robust chat tonight. How you doing, Chris Bigger? Tina's up in here as always. My man Randy Resnake is in here. Wayne Squirrel Madness Comics. It is good to see you, brother. The Blasters are in the house. How you guys doing? Hillbilly Comics is up in here. Matt Woods, one of the Blue Wrenches. It is always good to see you. Pop Comics is in the house. And certainly if you are in here right now and you have never participated in one of our live streams, go ahead and let us know first so that we can greet you properly. Shout out to Kingpin Comics. I've had the pleasure of working with Dennis off and on for maybe the last 6 months or so. He's done a couple of really cool things for me, one of which Patreon just saw the other day. I think the Patreon members are still trying to sort out, Dennis, what it is that you created for me. We are not yet going to reveal that, but it is going to be part of the Swoldier supply box for the month of March. So definitely stay tuned because it is dope. Shout out to Kingpin Comics, super talented graphic artist that I've had, again, the pleasure of working with for a little bit. Scrolling through, you guys are hilarious. I'm reading some of the comments, and you guys are just hilarious. Ryan Davis, how you doing, brother? Welcome to the live stream. Key Comic GT Comic. How you doing? It is good to see you. Matt, what room is this? This is the Ready, Set, Go preview show live room that you are part of, sir. It's good to see you. Welcome, welcome. L. Smith is up in here. There you go. It's Hard Cider and Regie. Definitely a good Sunday. That's what's up. Love it. Omega Comics is up in here. How you doing, brother? It's good to see you. Warlord, that is not a name I recognize. If this is your first time in one of the live streams, I say greetings and salutations to you, sir. That name actually reminds me of something that I need to pull up real quick. I need to Google this real quick so I can give you guys a heads up on this one, because this is a super dope show. Super dope show that I want to hip you guys to real quick. I need to move a couple of things around, and I promise we are going to get on with the show here in a hot second. Let me close that, and I want to close that, and then also that. New show alert, people. New show alert, and I will say new to me. It may not be new to some of you guys, but this show right here, Viking Valhalla. Vikings Valhalla, fantastic show. Okay, I am on episode, I think, 3 right now. This show is dope. It takes me back to like reading the Nibelungen back in college. It also takes me to that other Viking show, Norse myths and legends, all that kind of stuff. I took several of those classes in college. I absolutely love this stuff. This is a pretty good show. It is on Netflix right now. Again, I'm on episode 3. It is pretty darn good. If you're interested in this stuff, Warlord, again, that name is what triggered me. Dope show. Check it out. I'm thoroughly enjoying this, and I'm probably going to continue watching it once this show is over. Let me scroll through these names. All right, I think I'm all caught up on the names. What is this? Slab Strong UK says, Nerdy Girl sent you over. We greet you. We greet you, Slab Strong UK. Everyone is welcome here, especially friends of Nerdy Girl, aka Danielle. Definitely dig her. We go way back. We go way back. There you go. Ricardo, my wife and I played Assassin's Creed Valhalla. That's what's up. Let me see. Man. Some of the accents are thick. Some of them are thick. I will tell you that. It's not every single actor, I will tell you that, but there have been a few moments and I was like, what was that? What'd you just say? But that's part. I love period pieces like that, where the dialect, the accents, the phrasing of certain things are authentic to a period. I don't know if this show is period accurate. Like they just made a surfboard. Okay. I don't know if Vikings ever did a surfboard, but they just made a surfboard. And I'm like, you know what? I don't know if that's authentic, but I'm going to enjoy what you are about to do with that surfboard. Watch it. Joey Stuntmaster, let me know what you think, brother. Chili's Pool List is in here. Recent guest on the show. Definitely appreciate you bringing up in here, brother. Scrolling through. All right, cool. So let me keep rolling through this thing. Let me give you guys a heads up on some of the content that is going to be coming out from the channel. Then we're going to jump into a few things. So we have some cool videos coming up. I think that these are cool videos that I think folks will enjoy and also find helpful. One video that I'm going to release this week is the top 10 biggest mistakes that I have seen with people submitting books in to be graded. And this is an important video, I think, because it feels like a whole lot of people are submitting stuff, and I'm trying to do what I can to help people not make mistakes or avoid mistakes that I've made. So we're going to run down the top 10 biggest mistakes that people make and or questions that people have about a submission. And it doesn't matter whether it's CGC or CBCS or any of the other grading companies like EGS. I think that some of the tips that are in here are applicable to any of the grading companies. Some of them are going to be very specific to CGC or to CBCS. I reached out to both companies. I was able to get some insight on a few things that I wasn't quite clear on. And so a lot has gone into creating this video. In addition to that, CGC actually gave me some bonus things, some bonus issues that they've seen with submissions. I inserted those into the video as well. That video will be releasing this week. In addition to A very popular video as of late, a video on Blue Ocean Spec books. It is titled Buy These Books Now, but we encourage you to do some research, to think through it, to look in your long boxes and your short boxes to see if you have these books before you go out and buy them. Make sure that you're doing the right thing, but buy these books now. That video is dropping this week. That has been a very popular video as of late. Doug does a really fantastic job of doing his research on these books. He has found some gems in this one, just like gems last time. And I don't know if Marvel's going to announce that they're rebooting another title and that there's maybe a screenplay in development the way that it happened with the last video we did. I don't know what's going to happen with these books that we are identifying in this video. But if nothing else, you will enjoy, hopefully, the content that is being delivered. In addition to those two videos, I'm also going to be releasing another where I'm going to answer the question as to whether modern comics are a form of investment. This is a popular question that I get from people. Are modern comics an investment? We're going to dig into that this week. In addition to that, there's going to be one live show on Wednesday, the Comics Today show that we do on Wednesday. We're also going to be releasing a podcast on Monday morning at 10 a.m. and a blog post by Dave Bratton on Wednesday at 10 a.m. So a lot of great content that is going to be coming out from the channel. I hope that you guys will tune in for some of this goodness. Scrolling through some of the comments here, man, I leave it to, well, here's the thing. Do we spec? We spec a little bit, but the reality is that the books that we are speculating on are books that are like average age of 28 years, right? Like these aren't new books, right? And what we're doing is highlighting some books out there, presenting a rationale, and basically bringing these books to the forefront, because the reality is people may actually have these books in their collection already. These are books that are not found in Key Collector app, a wonderful app that I use almost every single day. And so they're books that people are not paying attention to. And we're like, hey, here's some other cool stuff that you should be aware of. Here's a rationale for you. Decide if it's worth you digging in a long box to see if you actually have it. So scrolling through some of the comments here, Liger Style says scarcity of modern comics is key. We will put that to the test, sir. Okay, we will put that to the test in a video dropping this week. Richard, how you doing, brother? It is good to see you. Alex Mendoza is going on the record here talking about Saga, Walking Dead, Invincible. If you're saying that those are investments, I mean, again, everyone has a point of view and perspective. My thing will be watch the video and then let me know what your thoughts are in the comments section of that. Here, oh my goodness, somebody has just drawn a line in the sand. One day I'm going to buy Turok 1. All right, so you guys are hilarious, just hilarious stuff here. All right, do we have any new people here? I didn't see any of that, so I don't know if any new folks are here. But I will pause for a hot second to see. Number 10, should I send in Turok 1? I would say how about modern? Brother, you need to put some more meat on that bone, because if that's directed at me, there is not enough for me to know what you're talking about in that one. Lots of new people, says Tina. I will take your word for it, and I will take your word for the fact that I'm confident that the Blue Wrenches have welcomed those people as well as the rest of the Gibbon gang. Eternal Thunder's in the house. How you doing, brother? If you are new here, if this is your first time watching or being part of the live stream, I want to welcome you. I want to encourage you to go ahead and smash the like button, the subscribe button, all that good stuff. There's a lot of great content that comes out from this channel every single week. And more importantly than that, I think, is that there is a wonderful community of people that surround this channel, from the Blue Wrenches to the Gibbon gang to the Comic Book Swoldiers. A lot of really great people. You cannot go wrong. You cannot go wrong. I'm telling you right now. Right, watch your mouth. You know that it's Dark Hulk. You know that he is the king of the hill. All right. So I did not talk about this the other day when I first became aware of this. I guess a couple of weeks ago, I did not talk about it, but now things are kind of maybe coming to a head. Maybe there's some progress here, and I wanted to take a couple of moments to talk about this ever so briefly. And what I wanted to talk about, if I can get it up on screen here, is all of the backlash that surrounded ComiXology. They have finally started to address some of the changes that have been made to the app. There was a lot of outrage a couple of weeks ago, and they've kind of responded to some of this stuff. But it says last week brought huge changes to the ComiXology app and storefront as the Amazon-owned company merged with their existing website, basically converting everything that was known as ComiXology over to something called Kindle Comics. They acquired, Amazon did, ComiXology, I want to say like a decade ago, and they're just now kind of integrating that platform into the existing Kindle platform. And needless to say, that caused some problems. It says the changes in an accessibility created by the move was immediately blasted by comic book readers and also comic book creators. And they kind of highlight that they just made some boneheaded mistakes. And so these are a series of tweets that actually came out from ComiXology saying, we want to take a moment to address the transition to our new app and comic web store experience. We know that this process has been far from seamless, and we've heard your feedback. We understand how important improving the web reader experience is, and we are working as fast as possible to implement those improvements. This is our top priority. Soon we'll be rolling out updates to our new releases filter, etc., etc. And basically what happened, long story short for this thing, they basically it merged ComiXology into the Kindle Comics thing, and it jacked a lot of stuff up where you had a double spread, for example, and it appeared as a thumbnail. You couldn't actually zoom in to see or read anything. A lot of functionality that people have come to expect from ComiXology just was not there. And it was a bad experience. It was a bad experience for a lot of people. And, I think that they heard loud and clear that this was definitely not a good move for them. So I want to scroll over here. This is actually another article that came out. This one came out, when was this? This is February 19th. And it says nearly 8 years ago, Amazon purchased ComiXology, then one of the industry's largest digital comic retailers. Almost a decade later, they've merged the latter into their website, a move that already started yielding disastrous results. And so again, there was like a series of posts and tweets that came out from various fans and also content creators just blasting this decision. There's Gail right there. There's Greg Pak. And so I think that they, again, heard loud and clear that this was not well received. They're making the pivots. They're making the changes. The big question will be how quickly will they make the necessary adjustments? And as you guys know, if you know anything about Twitter, Twitter does not pull punches. People went hard in the paint. People went hard in the paint. And so we will see again how quickly Amazon is able to actually make the necessary adjustments. So one of the things is we were going to do something a little bit different for tonight's show. We were actually going to have a guest come on and spend a little bit of time talking with us about some other things. That guest has not yet shown up, so I am going to do part of what was coming up next, so bear with me as I do that. You know what? No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. We're actually going to make a little bit of a pivot. We're going to make a little bit of a pivot right now. We're going to go to our second guest because we have two. We have a backup plan. We have a backup to the backup to the backup. We're going to go to our second guest, and we're going to welcome him on to the show. And you guys have probably heard me say this before, that I am very thankful for the people that surround this channel, people that bring new ideas, to the table that offer something up that enrich what we are trying to do here. And I'm very thankful that there are so many of these individuals that choose to associate themselves with the channel. And one of those individuals has been writing blog posts for the channel for the last like 3 weeks or so and doing an incredible job. But before he started writing blog posts, he came to me with another idea. He laid it out and I said, go forth, make it happen. Get back to me and let me know what the next steps are. And so to that point, I want to welcome to the show, Dave Bratton. How are you, sir?
Hi, Reggie. I'm doing well. How are you?
I am doing well. Thank you. Thank you
Excellent.
for reaching out to me a couple of weeks ago and bringing this idea to me. And thank you for making yourself available so that we could spend a little bit of time talking about your favorite character, Black Adam.
One of mine.
You said one?
One of them.
Who was the other?
Oh my gosh. Superman, Batman, Spider-Man, some
Got
usual.
it. I just thought it was, I thought you were all Black Adam all the time, brother.
Not all the time, but some of the time.
Well done. Well done. All right. So and I mentioned this to folks a couple of weeks ago, we did that one giveaway. I think it was on February 20th. And even before that, and a little after, I made mention that we were going to do some additional things through Discord. And it was all setting up what we're going to talk about tonight, which is essentially the merger of Black Adam and March Madness. And as strange as that sounds, it will all make sense. Dave, give folks a rundown of like what this idea is that you had, and then we'll kind of run it down from there.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. As I was, looking for Black Adam books along the way, Black Adam doesn't have a lot of books. He had his miniseries, maybe a couple, the Endless Winter special, not much, but he's been in a lot of stuff. Justice Society, 52. I started noticing as I was looking for the books, there's some really cool covers for the character.
Yep.
Like some spectacular ones that may have influenced us in what we did for a second printing for your book. So just a little bit. So, as I was noticing that, I just sort of had this idea, a March Madness bracket where we take a bunch of the covers, have them face off against each other, let people who follow you, who watch your videos, who are part of what you do here, vote. Let them decide what's the best cover. So we have a March Madness style bracket. We called it Lightning Strikes, the Black Adam cover bracket tournament. And basically we begin with a Sweet 16 of covers. And each week throughout March, that cover bracket is going to get smaller and smaller until we have two going against each other and ultimately one winner. And everybody who follows, can vote. And it's going to be on Discord, which is really cool. I was trying to come up with a way to do it, and I was setting it up in Google Docs, and it's fine. But you had the great idea. Hey, let's bring this to Discord. Get the Discord person extraordinaire, Lee Atkins, to really bring it to life. And he did a great job with it. Massive gratitude to Lee for doing what he did to make this happen. And everybody who participates, when you vote in each round per week, not each bracket, but each week, that's 4 times. Every time you do that, you're going to be entered to win. There's the bracket. Love it.
Yep. And my apologies for being so slow in pulling that up, but I'm a visual person, so it helps me to actually see this. But basically, you just described it, right? I mean, it is March Madness. It is cover versus cover, week after week after week, until we get down to the middle of what we consider to be the 2 best Black Adam covers. And then can only be one, right? Only one will leave the Thunderdome at the end and be crowned basically the best Black Adam cover, so deemed by the subscribers to Regie Collects, right?
Yes, absolutely, 100%.
All right, so you are now setting up the giveaway, right? Because there's a little bit of a giveaway that we're going to do. So go ahead and talk a little bit about that for us.
Yes. So as you vote in each of those rounds, there are 4 rounds. When you vote, your name information will be put into the randomizer that Regie has used before. And at the very end, one lucky winner will win a stack of Black Adam comic books from my collection, including not this one. Definitely not this one. There's no way I'm giving this one away. Sorry, guys. But we have this one and others.
Yep.
So you're going to get a stack of Black Adam books. And if you're randomly chosen, the one winner. So really, we hope this is a fun, interactive thing for, this community to participate in and get hyped for Black Adam. Hopefully it's going to be a great movie. I'm excited for it. And have some fun. Yep. See how it goes.
So just to be clear, the way that it's going to work is that you're not going to get an entry for each time you vote. It's basically going to be every single week, and this thing is going to basically run for 4 weeks. So if you look at if you count it weeks from the outside moving in, you basically can get anywhere from 1 to 4 votes, which means that when we do the randomizer, your name will appear either once or 4 times, based upon the number of weeks. And shout out to Lee, because and again, let me take this off the screen. So shout out to both you and Lee. One, this is a really cool idea. It's a really cool idea. And so I'm thankful that you decided to bring it to the channel. And then I'm thankful that Lee runs the Discord and you two were able to figure it out, make magic happen. And then some lucky person's going to walk away with a really awesome stack of books from your collection simply for hanging out in Discord and doing some cool stuff. Did I put a nice bow on that, Dave?
I think you did. Oh, the one thing we do need to tell them when it starts.
Oh, no, I was going to get to that question. So, okay. But no. So go ahead. When does it start?
It starts this Wednesday. So it begins in just a couple days. That'll be round 1. And each of the subsequent Wednesdays will have the next rounds to the final Wednesday in March, when Regie, you'll randomly pick the winner. And
we'll do it on, I think we're going to do it on the show, right? On a Wednesday show.
Yeah.
It'll be cool because it'll be live. I mean, again, so if you guys are not part of the Discord, I would encourage you to head over. There is a link in the description of this video. It's free to join, and it's just a way to extend the camaraderie that happens in the live streams in chat form. And people are literally in there chatting off and on every single day, as far as I can see. And then I try to pop in as often as I can. You're basically going to log in, you're going to join, and then there should be, I think, an event tab in the upper left-hand corner that people will be able to tap. I want to say that that's how it's set up. Is that correct?
I believe so. So. Yes.
Lee is in the chat, so he will correct us if we've said anything that's wrong. He puts us on track. So
it's like, no, not that.
Shout out to Lee for doing some really good work for us. So anything else that we want to add to the contest before I move on to our next topic? No, I'm guessing no. That was a nonverbal. All right, so let me do this.
No, unless you wanted to talk about some other
stuff. I do, but let me do this. Let me take you off screen, and then I'm going to bring you back in a hot second, and we'll talk a little bit more, okay?
Sounds good.
And I did not cut him off. Did you guys see that? It will be in the events tab or the events channel, just like the February giveaway. There you go. So again, there's a link in the description. When you click the link, you're going to go to Discord. You have to have a profile. You'll have to join the channel. And then there's a welcome thing. You go to that, you do a couple of things in there, then you're off and running. And then, like I said, on Wednesday, or like Dave said, on Wednesday, it'll all be posted up in the events tab. It is relatively straightforward. I did not cut him off. I did not. I am doing so much better. I am like doing the pregnant pause thing, or like the rolling stop before I continue on. So there is another thing that I wanted to kind of talk about here, because we're doing a little rejigger here of the show. So bear with me as I move a couple of things around. There is something else that I wanted to talk about, which is why I wanted Dave to hold on for a hot second. And that thing is this little piece of news right here. Speaking of Black Adam, there are rumors out there. This is on CBR.com. There are rumors out there that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who is going to be in Black Adam, may actually appear on season 2. And I'm going to tell you right now, don't even go read this article, because it's actually not true. Like it's not even close to being true. It is pure speculation because these two gentlemen have, a foundation in wrestling that people are speculating that this could actually happen. If you paid attention to Peacemaker at various points in the show, James Gunn was having some fun and pointing to other superheroes in the DC universe. And now, as a result of James Gunn having some fun with John Cena's Peacemaker, people are talking about the possibility of some of those other characters showing up in Peacemaker season 2. Who knows if that's going to happen? I do believe that there is actually a character from Peacemaker that will appear in Black Adam. But I do not believe that it's going to be John Cena, and I do not think that The Rock is going to join Peacemaker 2, but you never know. You never know what could happen in this crazy universe, but this was an interesting article that I found out there. And so because this involved Black Adam, I wanted to have Dave hang around for a couple of more seconds to ask him his opinion of this. Dave, is this something people want to see? Do they want to see Black Adam and Peacemaker go toe-to-toe on HBO Max?
I don't know about going toe-to-toe. I think Black Adam would crush Peacemaker in like a second.
Without even trying.
Yeah. Splat, it's over. It's one of those things. They're actually really different kinds of shows and movies based on my understanding. I haven't seen Black Adam yet. But Peacemaker's really dark and weird and funny.
Quirky.
And very quirky. I think Black Adam, this is a guess, is going to be dark and intense and epic. On the surface, those two don't seem to necessarily fit. However, it's all one shared universe. Like you mentioned, I think there was like a newspaper or something in Peacemaker that mentioned the fictional country of Kondak. I don't know how to pronounce it exactly, but I just read it in the comics.
Better than my pronunciation, so let's go with that.
Okay. So that there is some connection there, as Black Adam's home country. And like you alluded to, supposedly there might be an appearance from someone from Peacemaker in Black Adam.
I think it's Harcourt. I think it's her name.
Harcourt. That's a speculation.
Yeah.
We'll see. But that's the speculation. But now in terms of bringing those together, I mean, I don't want to spoil anything. I don't know who has or hasn't watched Peacemaker, so I'm not going to get in.
I think at this point, if you haven't seen it, you just have to accept that somebody's going to spoil it for you at this point,
Okay.
But if there's a point you want to make that's an important one, I would say have at it. They've had ample time to mute us, which is why I jumped in there. So have at it, and then they can unmute.
Yeah, another dark, intense, epic film. 4-hour film was released by HBO Max about a year ago. And the Justice League, the Snyder Cut. And that doesn't seem like it could fit in any way with Peacemaker. Yeah. Yet, we saw something happen. I won't get into it, but there was a connection made, and it was fantastic. It was great. So if they come up with I could see something along those lines. It's hard to imagine like Peacemaker versus Black Adam, maybe Superman or Shazam. That makes a ton of sense. Who knows? Look, and you're right. In this article that's like, could it happen? It was literally a question from the reporter. They asked John Cena because they're friends, the John Cena and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
So John Cena was like, yeah, that's above my pay grade. I can't make the decision. I don't know. But when you talk to him, you tell me what he said. That was basically
ask The Rock. He's like, that'd be fun.
If somebody can make it happen, it would be The Rock. And I think that he has gone on record saying that he wants to do a crossover with Shazam. And so, I mean, when you're the actor and you own the production house, and you're like one of the highest grossing stars, like over a nice little period of time, you can make magic happen if that's what you want to do. But, the reality is that Peacemaker, I don't know if people expected this show to be as good as it was. They renewed it very quickly. And James Gunn is now said, and I talked about this last week, he has now dedicated the next year or so to working on television. And so if he's
He likes
writing
it
it,
better, he
you
said.
never know what crazy stuff he can connect the dots on. But let me pause to hear your thoughts there.
Yeah, no, I mean, James Gunn said he liked the medium of television better because he got to develop his characters, and I
Yep.
thought that was really cool. So it looks like, you know, as far as fans go, Marvel fans, DC fans, we all win with James Gunn working for both companies. We got these fantastic Guardians of the Galaxy films. Suicide Squad was a lot of fun. Peacemaker was a blast, and he's doing more. So, and like you said, if anyone can make this happen, it's Dwayne Johnson. I mean, didn't he sign to be like Black Adam several years ago?
Yeah.
And to the point where people are like, oh, yeah, that's going to happen.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
it's happening.
It was so far out that people were
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah, it's never going to happen. And then here we are, but
Mm-hmm.
I think part of it was the COVID-19. That's like part of it. The other
Okay.
part of it, I think, is just his schedule to like make a movie and to have it carved out. But it was very early on, and lo and behold, when you see some of the stuff of him in the Black Adam costume, it's impressive. It
Yeah.
really, I think I've only
Yeah.
seen one trailer and I was
Mm-hmm.
blown away by the trailer. I mean, there were like, you don't know where they're gonna base it, like what time, but there were machine guns and there was lightning, and it was
Yeah.
like The Rock elevating above. It was amazing, So I'm looking forward to seeing this movie. I don't know if I'll
Me
go
too.
to the theaters, but I'm looking forward to seeing the movie. And I'm not even a Black Adam fan, so I can't imagine what it's like for you.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. As I had mentioned last time I was on, Shazam was a show that I watched as a kid, so I've always had that interest. And really, it's the comics from the Jeff Johns JSA in the late '90s and early 2000s that really made Black Adam a complex, really interesting character. Because he used to be kind of like the mustache twirling villain.
Yes.
I thought he was a cool villain, but
Yeah.
still just a straight up I'm evil,
Yeah.
and not a lot more. And then what Goyer and Johns did with him in that run,
Fleshed him out.
a lot. This
Yeah.
complex anti-hero who's really kind of a tragic character. If you read through some of those comics, especially 52. So I think it's going to be great. Doug and I were talking today, and basically I was saying I
Doug who?
thought
Sorry.
Doug Bratton. You may have interacted with him once or twice before. You should have him on your show.
Well done.
Thanks. I was saying, I think Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, is kind of this generation Schwarzenegger.
Mm.
And I think this could be Black Adam could be his Terminator role, like that you are associated with for generations. We'll see. I'm hopeful. I hope it's a great movie. I'm excited for it. Excited enough to come up with this sort of crazy oddball idea of doing a bracket of Black Adam covers.
Well
So
done. So for folks that came in a little late, I'm spitting down talking with Dave Bratton, and we are talking about, well, we started out talking about this crazy idea that he came up with, converging Black Adam with March Madness, this whole bracketing system that he has come up with, where we're basically going to vote on the best Black Adam covers that are out there. And then we kind of segued that into a little bit of a discussion around Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson potentially appearing as Black Adam in Peacemaker season 2. Again, we don't know what's going to happen, what the future will hold, but anything is possible. But if you are interested in winning a really nice stack of Black Adam related comics, head over to Discord, link in the description. On Wednesday, we're going to be rolling out Lightning Strikes, which is the Black Adam cover tournament, possibly an annual event. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. We could do Spider-Man's greatest covers, right? Because you're a Spider-Man fan as well. So you never know. You never know what could happen. But Dave, as we get ready to wrap up here, you want to give folks a heads up as to what Wednesday's blog post is going to be, because you've been writing blog posts now for a couple of weeks. We have another one dropping on Wednesday. Do you want to give people a maybe a little taste of what they're going to find on regiecollects.com on Wednesday?
Absolutely. When you check out the blog this Wednesday, you will see why my comic collection didn't grow, even though my appreciation and knowledge did. And why I'm sometimes a little behind on the latest books. That's all you're going to get from me.
Cryptic much? If you want to
totally.
know more, head over to ReggieCollects.com on Wednesday and check out the blog post. Dave, it is always good to see you, brother. Again, thank you for coming up with this wonderful game that I hope people enjoy playing starting this coming Wednesday. If people want to see and hear more from you, where can they find you on the social media?
Action Figure Comedy on Instagram and on YouTube. And if anyone wants to know where these 16 covers came from, totally subjective. I just picked stuff I thought was cool. You may be like, hey, there's other covers I like better. Yeah, it was tough, you know, coming up with 16 and leaving a few out, but 32 felt like a bit much. So
Yeah.
just subjectively chose 16. So I hope you like the covers. I hope you like participating. You know, I hope it's a lot of fun for everybody.
Here's the thing. If you make the contest up, then you get to decide what covers. That's just how it works. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it works. And I do want to thank you for putting together the bundle of prizes that are going to be given away. I think we forgot to mention, and this is on me, this is going to be limited to North America. If you are outside of, I'm sorry, going to be limited to the US.
Yeah.
If you are outside of the US, you know how expensive shipping can be. And so we don't want to make this any more onerous than it has to be. So it is limited for the moment to the United States. Again, rolls out on Wednesday. I hope you guys will enjoy playing it. Dave, thank you for coming on the show. I absolutely appreciate you, brother.
Thank you, Reggie. I appreciate you.
And I did not cut him off. He even got his hand up. Adam, how you doing, brother? It is good to see you, brother. Welcome to the live stream, my friend. He did a good job. He sent me this long write-up on this thing, and I read through it, and I was like, this is a really good idea. Let's try to find a way to make it happen. And again, Dave and Lee Atkins hooked up. They made magic happen on Discord. Yet another offering that we have on the Discord server. So another offering that we have up on Discord. If you are not part of Discord, I definitely want to encourage you guys to check it out because there is some good stuff that is going on over there. All right. So another thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about, and I think I'll do this one ever so briefly. There is some magic that is happening with the Mandalorian. If you guys have been watching the show, you know that I dig the Mandalorian show. It is really, really good. And honestly, the best parts of Boba Fett were the parts that involve the Mandalorian. And I, you know, it was like watching paint dry at various points, but then the Mandalorian showed up and then it became an epic show. There's something new that is about to happen with the Mandalorian and comics. And so Marvel is adapting the Mandalorian to comics, and it involves a horror writer. It actually involves a horror writer. So Marvel will adapt the first season of The Mandalorian into comic book form. The Mandalorian from writer Rodney Barnes. Rodney Barnes is the writer and the creator behind Philadelphia and a ton of other stuff. He's working with Georges Gentry. I think that's how you say his last name. Will take each of the first 8 episodes of The Mandalorian and adapt it into an 8-issue series called The Mandalorian. And below, we'll actually look at Adi Granov's cover for The Mandalorian 1. This series, this 8-part series, is dropping in June. And this is actually the first comic book adaptation of a Star Wars live action TV show. So nothing else really to say about this other than shout out to Rodney Barnes for being able to have a shot at adapting a really awesome TV show back into comics. And so I will definitely be checking this one out. I am excited to check it out because I am a huge fan of The Mandalorian. They say here that while Mandalorian offers a new way to enjoy The Mandalorian's debut season, Disney Plus is preparing the 3rd season of the live action streaming series for release later this year. That season, the 3rd season, will pick up from where the book of Boba Fett progressed. The Mandalorian characters. I am excited about this one. So wanted to hip you guys to that before you could hear it anywhere else. All right. Let me go ahead and do that right there. We probably should introduce him properly. Shout out to Adam. For you guys that do not know, again, a lot of wonderful people that surround the channel that contribute. Dave and Adam worked together to come up with the look for the second print of the guide, where I am depicted as Black Adam. These two collaborated and made some magic happen, and I will tell you, there is more to come. There is more to come from the work that they actually did. I would encourage you to stay tuned. That is the Adam. That is the Adam. He and Dave made some magic happen. And again, I'm super thankful that they were able to do that because it saved my bacon, because I had another cover that was actually that I was trying to work on and it wasn't going where it needed to go. And these guys swooped in and we were able to make some magic happen. So let me give you guys a quick rundown again of some of the content that's going to be coming out from the channel over the course of this week. There is a video that's going to come out that highlights the top 10 biggest mistakes and or questions that people have about submitting books to be graded. That will be coming out this week. In addition to that, it is a buy these books now video. This is basically a video in which we highlight blue ocean books that are not on the radar. They are not in Key Collector app. They are books that people are not paying attention to that you might have in your comic book collection already. We're going to run down a series of books and a couple of bonus books that you may want to go hunting for in your collection, or potentially in the dollar bin at your LCS, should you choose to buy into our rationale. In addition to that, I'm going to answer the question as to whether modern comics are actually investments. I get a lot of people that will send me messages and will say, can you tell me where to invest for modern books? What modern books are investments? We're going to talk about whether modern books are indeed investments. It'll be an interesting video. I hope that you guys will enjoy it. In addition to that, we're going to be doing the Comics Today show on Wednesday. That is another live show where we're going to come together and talk about some news and current events. And I'll typically have a guest or two on to help me to talk about some things. We're going to release a podcast on Monday at 10 a.m. and a blog post on Wednesday at 10 a.m. as well. So a lot of really great content that is going to be coming out from the channel. All right. Let me see. So there's a comment here. Enjoy tuning in, Regie. Speaking of comics, I just got a huge amount of digital Superman and Wonder Woman comics the other day. Congrats to you, my friend. I do enjoy reading comics digitally. I really do. I do it most nights. I actually read comics digitally just because if I fall asleep, I don't ruin a book. If I'm reading in the room where my kids might be, I don't have to worry about getting, about damaging something. I love hard copies, but it's just hard for me to isolate myself here in the room. So that's why I do a lot of digital books as well. So again, shout out to Doug, who collaborates with me on those Blue Ocean videos. He is highlighting that there are several bonus books in this video. I encourage you to watch it. There is some good stuff that is going down. Scrolling through, there was a super chat. Let me see. I'm scrolling. I am scrolling and you guys are robustly chatting. All right. So there you go. Philtastic. Hello. We just brought my newborn son home today. Sending a super chat to share some love, that brother, and commemorate the occasion. That's what's up. Philtastic. Thank you, brother. He posted up a photo on the Instagram of his boy, his wife, and everybody looked happy, everybody looked healthy, and it took me back to the birth of my own two children and how it's a great moment. It is a great moment when you have kids, man. It changes a lot. It really does. And now I feel like just an Uber driver that is essentially unpaid. I have one day a week, Philtastic, where I don't have to do something for my children. And I'm not complaining. I'm simply saying I only have one day where I don't have something to do, and it's Friday. Friday is my only day. During the week, I'm doing soccer and I'm doing ninja class, and my wife is doing swimming and gymnastics. And then on Saturday, there's a game. And then Sunday, of course, I have a show. So Friday is my only free day. Philtastic, enjoy your boy now before you become an unpaid Uber driver. That's all that I'm saying. Thank you very much for the super chat. I absolutely appreciate it. Richard, thank you for flagging that for me because I did indeed miss it. Scrolling through brother, Ninja Class is dope. Ninja, it's all about balance. They hang, they run up that ramp wall thing that curves up. I mean, it's awesome. Balance beams, the whole 9 yards. My boy has an absolute blast running around doing this stuff, man. And you know, the challenges, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. The real challenge that I have with Ninja Class, pretty fly for a Filipino guy, is the gym smells like feet. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, brother. The gym that he goes to smells like feet. He doesn't smell it. And I don't know how he doesn't because it's pungent. It's robust, some might say. But I stand outside the door and look at him through the window. That's how I save myself. I look at him through the slats in the window and I watch him hang and, you know, dangle and all this kind of stuff. It is really cool. It is really cool. What is that? Cuz I can use some ninja tricks to sneak. Oh, brother. Oh, pretty fly. Pretty fly. Don't sneak them in, brother. Just walk them through the front door, declare it. Just own it, brother. It goes over so much easier. I'm gonna tell you. Or there was welcome, Jerry. I think that's how you said it, Jerry. I am a new subscriber. This is my first time watching yours live, Jerry. You are in for a treat, my friend. Welcome to the live stream. We absolutely appreciate you. This is a great place to be. All people are welcome here. We have a good time. We treat one another with respect. And maybe we learn some stuff along the ways. What is this? I've been a gymnastics coach for over 20 years. And I don't want to, Steve, I don't want to get used to this feet smell, brother. I don't. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't. My daughter goes to a gym and it does not smell like feet. Well, let me restate. My wife says that it's like maybe a quarter of a foot versus like 2 really bad feet at the gym that my boy goes to. Can you do like a quarter of a foot? I don't know how that works. But we're gonna own it. We're gonna own it. I said it, and now we just have to own it. A shout out to Army Vet 2006. I want to acknowledge him again because Army Vet dropped a super chat on me at the end of the show. Squirrel Madness alerted to me to it like after the show ended because I missed it. Army Vet, thank you, brother, for the super chat the other day. And thank you for continuing to be part of what is going on over here. Jerry says, I watched some of your videos. I decided to become a new subscriber tonight. There you go. So, Jerry, what is it that I said that finally convinced you to go ahead and smash that subscribe button? I need to know. I'm teasing. There have been over 800 people that have joined the channel in the last 28 days. Over 800 people. I am thankful for every one of those people that has decided to smash that button and be part of what we're trying to do here, man. I definitely appreciate it. All you guys hanging out with me. All right, so we're gonna wrap this thing up. A lot of great content that is going to be coming out from the channel this week. I hope you guys will continue to tune in. And if you're watching this right now and you have not subscribed to the channel, be like Jerry. Be like Jerry. Just tap that button. If you're in here right now, I want to encourage you to tap that thumbs up button because it is good for the YouTube algorithm. It sends them a message that the stuff that is happening here is good stuff. But as I said, a lot of great content coming out. I hope you guys will tune in. If you need me for whatever reason, feel free to reach out to me on email if you have to at Regie@RegieCollects.com. But my preferred is Instagram. Instagram is the place to be, and you can find me there at Regie Collects. And if you're interested, you can also find me on Discord. We are on Discord several times over the course of the day, so you cannot go wrong with the Discord because you also get to interact with some of the wonderful people that are part of every single one of the chats and live streams that I do. With that said, we're going to wrap it up. If you need me, I am not too hard to find. Take care.